Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Reckoner by Radiohead. This song comes to me as a request, so as always, if you would like to request something, please just leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to get to it. So I've heard a little bit of Radiohead in my time. I've listened to all of OK Computer, and that's about it. And the few songs that I've heard on here. So I'm looking forward to this one. And, well, that's not much else to it. You know, I really like a lot of what I've heard from Radiohead, and so I'm just hoping I like this one as well. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Here we go. Again, Radiohead, Reckoner. Oh, I never actually clicked on a song to listen to. Do we want to do live? I'll do the studio version. Right into it, okay. Because we separate ripples on a blank Interesting. You know, that's not typically the thing I go for from Radiohead. I feel like I really like their more rock heavy offerings, but I will say I did like that a lot. Just the kind of the weird like drumming, the Tom York's vocals, kind of the almost listless, like just all over the place kind of vocals. I don't even know how to describe it right now. It sounded really good. It was definitely a song that I can kind of just put on and vibe out to, not really think about a whole lot. So I really did like it. I'm not sure how to express my feelings on it adequately. So why don't we go ahead and just start by looking at the lyrics and talking about that first. So let's see, a little bit of information here. It does say Reckoner was an early working title for the album before it was called In Rainbows. The album does take its title from this song's lyrics, because we separate like ripples on a blank shore in rainbows. Okay, cool. An earlier, much different song titled Reckoner was played live in 2001 and later released as Feeling Pulled Apart by Horses. Interesting. I don't think I've heard that one either. Guitarist Johnny Greenwood was asked in an interview with Mojo magazine January 2008 if he was aware that In Rainbows was a remarkable record. He replied, "Well, we spent more time on it than we should have done, and you go a bit mental after a while. You listen to something like Reckoner and think, maybe this is just a bad breakbeat. Now I can hear what's good about it. Maybe people around us were telling us it was really good, but what do they know? What do we know?" He added later in the interview, "It was when we recorded Reckoner that we felt we'd first got something special on tape." Wow, cool. The song has a similar theme in there to their Present Tense song. Is that off the same album? Let's see. 15 Step, Body Snatchers, Nude, Weird Fishes, Arpeggi, All I Need, Faust Arp, House of Cards, Jigsaw Falling into Place, Videotape. No, I don't think I saw it on there. Okay, so let's look at the lyrics. Reckoner, don't take it with you, dancing for your pleasure. The narrator is calling the subject of the song a reckoner, possibly as an insult, or the statement is a possible reference to or allusion to Goths, Faust, which is also referenced in Faust, Arp, and Videotape off of In Rainbows. If this is a reference, then much of the song's message would be very different than the lovesick-themed songs that mostly make up the album. So it seems that the singer, Tom York, is Faust, and he's singing to the Reckoner / Mephistopheles / Devil, Gretchen, and humanity. I don't know enough about that to be able to comment on that one way or the other, but okay. So Reckoner, can't take it with you, dancing for your pleasure. You are not to blame for bittersweet distractors. Dare not speak its name. Dedicated to all human beings. Because we separate like ripples on a blank shore. Because we separate in rainbows like ripples on a blank shore in rainbows. Reckoner, take me with you. Dedicated to all dedicated to all humans. I wonder if this song is about death? Just because like it isn't like reckoning, like your day of reckoning. That's the part where you like meet your fate, right? And essentially all of us, our eventual fate will be death, right? So and then this part also, that's a phrase that people always use for things like money and possessions. You can't take them with you, right? So that's what I'm reading here, is like, is it about death maybe? You were not to blame, bittersweet distractors, dare not speak its name. What does it say here? This is a recognition that God is not understandable or discernible by us, the human beings. I would argue that it's also probably death. Still, you are not to blame for bittersweet distractors. Dare not speak its name. We don't like to talk about death a lot. Hell, it scares me. 10 years away from being 40, I'm closer to 40 than I am to 20. So it's just like I think about it a lot too, and so that's what I get. And then dedicated to all human beings, I get that it's like, again, we all die, and so this sort of idea, this thought is, he's sort of dedicating it to all of us because it's something that we will all go through. Because we separate like ripples on a blank shore. Because we separate in rainbows. So eventually we will be separated from the ones we love through death. That's what I get out of it. But I mean, I could obviously be very wrong here. But I think it's simple enough lyrically that you could really pull a lot of different meanings out of it if you really wanted to. So this is definitely one of those that I feel like is completely open to the listener's interpretation. For me, again, I think it's about death, and for what I got out of the song lyrically, I got to give it 2 thumbs up for sure. As far as the instrumentation goes, like I said, I kind of like the drum track throughout. I thought it was kind of interesting, and that you jump right into the song and you hear a lot of that, a lot of those cymbals in there, and it just sounded really good. It was a very nice rhythm to the song where you can kind of just kick back and be like, yeah, I'm jamming out to it. Tom York's vocal performance here was very interesting to me. Very high and just like it sounded really good, but it was really like it was kind of a weird performance in my opinion, but I really did enjoy it. Let's see, I'm just trying to see if it gives me any of the other instrumentalists, but no, I don't really see that here. So I think, again, he did a fantastic job singing it, kind of kept the same tune throughout, but I like the performance. I think it really worked here, oddly enough, and it sort of backs it up lyrically by, like, I'm thinking it's about death. There is that sort of somber tone in his voice, I still feel like, where I'm like, yeah, I could definitely see the song being about death. I think it's very interesting. But his vocal performance, the instrumentation, it's just one of those songs where, like, you can, if you pick out and really listen to each instrument, like, it's very beautiful, and then put together as a whole song, it's a very interesting song, so I really did enjoy it. I give it 2 thumbs up instrumentally and vocally. And then as far as replay value goes, I think I'm going to put this one on the playlist. I don't know if I'm going to listen to it all the time. I think it doesn't quite have something for me to really come back to and be like, oh, I want to listen to this specific part of the song because it's amazing or what have you. I think it's a very well composed song, but there's just not to me any sort of standout there where I'm like, yeah, I'm coming back to this song for that. So it's going on the playlist. Will I listen to it? Yes. But am I going to listen to it every day? Maybe not. With that, I give it like a 1.5 thumbs for replay value. Again, I think it's a really good song, and I'm excited to listen to it again and have it on my playlist. So overall, a very fantastic request, and I appreciate whoever requested this one. As always, if you would like to request something as well, please leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to get to it. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, of course, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And one place you should be able to find this song is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below, and it has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. Of course, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye for now.